The idea was to make a brand that continues to create cars that stimulate the five senses and providing exciting experiences for future generations.
Are you ready for a revolution? Toyota is on the brink of making electric vehicles a thing of the past with their groundbreaking new engine. Imagine an engine that's not just eco-friendly but runs on water. Yes, you heard it right, water-powered. Toyota's upcoming engine, similar to their FCEVs like the Mirai and hydrogen-powered internal combustion engines, is set to outshine both regular engines and electric vehicles. The pursuit of water-powered engines has been a long-standing dream in the car industry, promising significant advantages over conventional engines and EVs. Toyota's history of innovation points towards a future where water-powered engines become a reality, challenging the dominance of electric vehicles. Get ready for a complete shift in the automotive landscape as Toyota unveils an engine that could reshape the entire industry. So, here's where Toyota is set to make a splash with its groundbreaking water engine. Unlike previous attempts that were essentially DIY projects in makeshift sheds with limited budgets, Toyota has the financial backing to rigorously test its engine under various conditions. Now let's dive into how this water engine actually works. Think of it like the HHO generator, but with some tweaks that make it more suitable for everyday use in vehicles. Picture the engine as a close cousin to the hydrogen combustion engine found in the Toyota GR Yaris H2. The key difference: instead of relying on pre-processed hydrogen, this engine takes a DIY approach. It processes and separates hydrogen from oxygen through a chemical reaction. In simple terms, it uses electrolysis to break down H2O molecules, splitting them into hydrogen and oxygen. Toyota's innovation lies in making this process efficient and reliable for your everyday drive. Now, let's look into the heart of this innovative water engine. Imagine electrodes in the water tank emitting high voltages to kickstart the process. Unlike fuel cell electric vehicles or hydrogen combustion engines with bulky and heavy tanks, this water engine keeps hydrogen within the water itself, eliminating the need for armored and excessively heavy containers. Here's where the similarities between hydrogen combustion engines and water engines come into play. After the separation from oxygen, the hydrogen flows to the engine, igniting much like compressed natural gas. The engine's functioning aligns with CNG-powered ones, requiring adjustments like adapting fuel injectors for compressed gas and reinforcing cylinder heads, pistons, and valves due to hydrogen's explosive nature. Now, let's talk about long-term benefits for the environment. This water engine is a game-changer with almost zero emissions, comparable to regular internal combustion engines and even more convenient than electric vehicles. Now let's talk about the unmatched convenience of this water engine. It's not just convenient, it's the most hassle-free option out there. As long as you have access to diluted water, you can effortlessly refuel it. And the best part is, it'll cost you next to nothing, but the benefits don't stop there. The widespread adoption of this engine could significantly reduce the need for extracting oil. In fact, if it becomes mainstream, fossil fuels might only be essential for heavy machinery or large power production units. And here's another game changer: no more extracting rare metals from the earth. Currently, mining for rare metals is one of the dirtiest processes in the car industry, directly polluting water sources and surrounding soil. With water engines, this harmful practice becomes obsolete, making the areas around mines habitable again. Now let's compare water engines to hydrogen combustion engines and FCEVs, both marketed as zero emissions. Water engines emerge as superior, requiring little to no effort in storing water, making them not just environmentally friendly, but also incredibly easy to maintain. Exciting times are ahead, right? Storing hydrogen alone is challenging and expensive compared to using water as a fuel source. Hydrogen gas is difficult to contain, requiring reinforced and constantly monitored tanks. The storage conditions need to be ideal and secure, adding to the cost. In contrast, water-powered vehicles can use simple plastic containers for their fuel tanks. Storing hydrogen externally also demands specific temperature conditions and robust infrastructure, incurring additional expenses. On the other hand, distilled water, a component of water-powered vehicles, is easily accessible and cost-effective. Acquiring pure hydrogen is also costly, and when combined with storage challenges, it explains why hydrogen hasn't gained widespread adoption and likely won't in the future. The big question is the practicality of water engines in daily use. Hydrogen, the go-to for many green initiatives, comes with a hefty price tag for production and storage, making hydrogen-powered vehicles more expensive for consumers. So, why opt for hydrogen cars when they are pricier to buy and run compared to both EVs and traditional fossil-fueled vehicles? Water engines are not only environmentally friendly and logistically simple but also highly usable on a daily basis. Contrary to the misconception that water-powered engines are weak, they stand shoulder to shoulder with most gasoline engines. In theory, they can even surpass regular internal combustion engines by generating up to 3 times more energy in megajoules. But the real game changer is in their production. Water engines boast relatively simple mechanical designs, slightly more intricate than regular gasoline engines, but far simpler and cheaper to produce than both EVs and FCEVs. This simplicity makes them a perfect fit for less developed countries lacking abundant oil resources. In fact, an Iranian scientist, Alaeddin Qasemi, demonstrated the feasibility of water-powered vehicles by successfully converting his Peugeot 405 to run on water. Now, imagine what a powerhouse like Toyota could achieve with proper funding. Apart from being easy to produce, water-powered engines offer exceptional fuel efficiency, surpassing both gas-powered vehicles and EVs. For instance, a converted Peugeot 405 averages between 30 and 40 miles per gallon of water, a remarkable feat compared to the base petrol engine's performance. The potential for water-powered engines to achieve 80-plus miles to the gallon without sacrificing power could significantly lower the overall cost of running such vehicles. However, despite the promising aspects, the question of whether water engines are the future is not straightforward. While they hold hypothetical potential, there are numerous challenges to overcome. One major hurdle is the logistical aspect. Although the infrastructure requires minimal adjustments, the engine technology itself is still highly experimental. Many so-called functional prototypes have proven unreliable, with mediocre daily usability. Safety concerns also loom large. Despite water seeming like a safe fuel source, the separation into hydrogen and oxygen raises critical questions about the car's safety. Hydrogen, notorious for its difficulty in containment, poses risks. Even a minor leakage in the system could turn out to be highly dangerous, if not fatal. So, while water engines hold promise, they still face significant hurdles and uncertainties. The road to becoming the future of vehicles is not an easy one, and there's much work to be done before water-powered engines become a mainstream reality. The potential is there, but the challenges must be addressed for this innovative technology to thrive. The potential roadblocks for water-powered cars extend beyond technological challenges. Even if Toyota were to develop a reliable and safe water-powered car, there's a looming concern: opposition from influential industries. Lithium mining companies, battery producers, and especially oil companies could pose a significant threat. Here's the crux of the matter: adopting water as a fuel would nearly eliminate the daily reliance on fossil fuels. This shift could disrupt the demand for mining rare and expensive elements like cobalt and lithium, impacting some of the world's most lucrative companies, including giants like Rio Tinto. Understandably, these influential players might actively work against the development of water-powered engines. In fact, rumors circulate that they may have already done so. Even if Toyota is exploring this technology, the likelihood is that they are doing so in absolute secrecy, given the potential challenges from vested interests. Official confirmations on such projects remain elusive. Will it be a triumph against all odds, or will it succumb to the pressures of powerful industries? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.